You think collapse looks like smoke, like riots in the street, like cities in flame. But that's not how it started. It started with silence, with comfort, with convenience that didn't ask questions. They didn't take truth. We gave it away. Not all at once, just in pieces. A redefined word here, a law we didn't read there, a little fear, a little flattery, and a whole lot of just go with it. I was there when the world stopped thinking, when outrage replaced understanding, when we became allergic to pain and addicted to the applause of our own echo. And through it all, one voice kept calling, not loud, not angry, just still, just true. This is not a war story. This is a memory. And if you're hearing it, you still have time. Welcome to the quiet collapse. not that way. You gave them the match, they burned down the town. Now you're shocked, they're shutting you down. These are the terms of agreement. No loud beliefs, no loss of control. You won't feel the barbed wire till it's tight. They made the wrong look just like right. These are the terms, fine and clean. You can have your faith as long as it don't mean a thing. Step by step, they rewrote the creed. Truth by truth, till the truth couldn't breathe. They offered you peace, rewired the light. Now you're not allowed to speak unless it's right. You called it fair, you called it kind, while the scrolls were burning one line at a time. But Daniel stood when the ink was wet. He didn't need permission to take that step. History's made by those who won't bow. The pen was slick, but it won't save you now. These are the terms of agreement. Keep your mouth shut and keep it clean. You won't notice the light has left till your silence signs your death. These are the terms refined and neat. You can have your cross as long as you don't use your faith. Don't move. Don't speak. It's just a mask, it's just a form, it's just a code to keep you warm. It's just a step, a little shift, a bargain made with empty gifts. You can keep your Bible if you leave it closed. You can pray in private, just don't get too bold. These are the terms you've been sold. They gave you comfort, but they took control. cracks and quiet lies. The price behind applause. They say unity at any cost, but every soul they sell gets lost. You called it safe, I called it sleep. You called it calm, I called it weak. And every time I tried to speak, the signal died midstream. I'm not a hero, not a lead, just someone who won't trade truth for peace. I am the watchman on the line, still standing when you say you're fine. I won't hold peace while truth decays. I see the fire beneath the praise. I am the echo in the void, a remnant in a world destroyed. I didn't choose this kind of pain, but I won't leave the wall in If I stay silent, your blood is on me. If I speak and you won't hear, I'm still free. So I will watch, I will pray, I will remain. I am the watchman on the wall, crying out before we fall. If no one listens, still I stay until the breaking of the day. I am the voice they muted down, but I still speak without a crown. For those with ears, for those undone, I'm here until the rising sun. I am the watchman on the line, still standing when you say you're fine. Won't hold peace while truth decays. I see the fire beneath the praise. It didn't break, it wore away. One stiff step, one great day. We left in warnings, called it growth, made excuses, we made both. I watched the light turn down so slow that no one saw the undertow. Not stolen truth, just redefined, till nothing sacred stayed in mind. This wasn't war, it was erosion. Love turned cold by slow corrosion. It's the long game, not the fire. Kill the heart, then raise desire. Give them comfort, feed them nice, or slowly trade away the price. It's a long game, not the blade. Don't numb them first, then let it fade. And when they ask you who to blame, just smile and say it's always been this way. We traded faith for mental health, then watched the truth erase itself. We dimmed the warnings, blurred the signs, called apathy a peaceful mind. No need for change when screens suffice. No sword required for slow demise. And we believed we still were free, because the doors were never seen. truth was too extreme, so now you dream inside a meme. One truth, two frames, one faith, no flame. You believe the lie, you know it's fake. Split the mind until the soul breaks. Double think it's all the same. You lost the truth when you renamed the shame. You bow to fear, you bend the word. You hide in phrases that feel perfect. You light a match, they call it peace, and wonder why the fire won't cease. Two hearts in one chest, how long till it tears? Two kings in one mind, how long till it cracks? Two truths won't hold, one must fall. But you already knew that, didn't you? You believe the lie, you know it's fake. Call it wisdom, your mind at stake. Your double take, your soul on spin. You smiled while the war began within. One mind broken, one mind open.
You can't serve both, you can't serve both, you can't serve both, you can't serve.
I gave them my data, they gave me ease. Traded my soul for targeted peace. Every click a thread, every scroll a chain. Label compliant, adjusted my brain. They called it care, machine made plans, but I saw the crosshairs in their hands. I'm not a glitch, I'm not a node, but the system says, let's upload. Hard-coded thoughts, can't sanitize grief. No permission granted. Loads on me, I am not your test subject, not your code, not your code. I was fearfully designed not to follow every note. I am not your simulation, not your trend, not your clone. I belong to the one who calls this body his own. They frame the lies with sterilite, then feed the dark through what feels right. You are enough, they say to sell, while tweaking me to fit their hell. They wrote the script, I glitched the plan. A soul was never meant to scan. They study faith to force compliance, but grace won't work on data science. Track the breath, don't predict the cry. Tell me I'm free, but choose what I buy. I am not your test subject, not your trend, not your clone. I was formed by hands that made both flesh and stone. I am not your simulation. Jesus trends with built-in waiver. It's been reframed, what once convicted now sounds too loud, too mean, too twisted. Then reframed till shame is pride and sacred lines get redefined. You didn't stop the word, you just reprinted what is blood. It's still a gospel just reversed. On the surface, rotten verse. When you change the meaning, just don't keep the sound, but remove the power. Turn the world around. You say grace, you say love, but without blame. Say God, but only God. You're the one who drew the line. Reframe. It still looks right, but can't cast out a single night. It still feels good, but never leads you where it should. The famine's not in what is heard, but in what's allowed to burn. Fully framed, it's still the book, but flipped inside the way it looks. We won't bow to abandoned love. We won't bow, we won't die. Truth don't need a redesign. Truth don't bend, truth don't die. Call it hope, call it hate. We call it blood, the narrow gate. Call it hard, call it strange. We still say it never change. Framed or not, it still stands true. Can't rewrite what cuts through you. Reframed or bend, it still will burn. So let the remnant take their turn. true. We're still free. I'm still rich. What gets me? The trigger's free. Wipe out like me. I'm still true. I'm still rich. The trigger's free. I'm still rich. They burned the books we learned by heart. They scrubbed the names, we kept the spark. They shamed the truth to make it bend. We stood alone but didn't end. They laughed while tearing down the cross, but we still mourned what they had lost. We weren't loud, we weren't clean, but we remembered what it means. So you need a stage to speak. Just lungs that won't admit defeat. We are the remnants, scarred but breathing. Still in the ruins, still believing. Never crowned, never praised, but still not swayed and still unchained. We are the remnant cut from stone. We didn't fall, we stood alone. You erased the world we knew, but couldn't erase what's still true. They tried to silence with a scroll, but we engraved it in our soul. They offered comfort in exchange. We chose the fire, we stayed strange. Not perfect, not pure, but we endured. Still defiant, still secure. They turned the tide with fear and shame, but we held fast to the unwashed name. We are the remnants, scarred but breathing. Still in the ruins, still believing. Never crowned, never praised, but still not swayed and still unchained. We are the remnant, flaming ash, still lighting torches, never crash. You erased the world we knew, but couldn't erase what's still true. They thought we'd give in, but we gave grace. They thought we'd break, but we broke through. And in the silence we still say, we are the remnants, still we breathe. They can't take what we believe. We were buried but not gone. We were quiet but not wrong. We are the remnant, won't retreat. Heaven's war cry in the street. You changed the frame, renamed the few, but you couldn't kill what's still true. What's still true? What's still new? What's still above? What's still above? What's still true? What's still clear? What's still unbound? What's still clear? What's still true? What's still free? What's still rich? What gets me? The trigger's free. Wipe out like me. I'm still true. What's still rich? The trigger's free. What's still rich? Looked out for asking why. Flood for faith they can't define. Terms of greed, soul denied. Echoes locked on the other side. Backed up files but lost the name. Filtered truth can't hide the flame. Click consent to stay secure. Now you're the virus they ignore. You were welcome
by code, but I still speak in fire and soul. They shut the door to keep control, but Christ is not on payroll. Burn the bridges, flag my name, scrub the archives, kill the flame, but I still glow and I still stand, revoked by man, restored by hand.
And you were fine till you said no. You were safe till you let it show. Access revoked, door is sealed, but I still carry what can't be killed. You barred the gate, but left the sound of truth that doesn't bow or drown. I'm not deleted, I'm redeemed. My worth was never in your screen. You wrote me off, but heaven wrote a name that you can't override. Let them revoke, redact, erase. He still remembers every face. Let them shut the outer gate. We still enter through his name. Access revoked, but not my name. You changed the rules, but not the flame. Locked me out, but missed the mark. I rise in silence, I burn in dark. You say unknown, but he says mine. I walk through walls you draw in time. You sealed the file, then lost the war. When love walked through the trumpet blew, you hit mute. Now your silence bears the truth. You looked away, your hands stayed clean, while blood ran out beneath the screen. You closed your eyes to make it through, but the collapse remembered you. You looked away while others fell, and that's the story truth will tell. It wasn't yours until it broke, but now you're breathing in the smoke. You could have stood. You could have stood. But all you did was look away. They taught us to stand alone, to look out for blood and bone. Survive, they said, don't feel too deep, but silence grows when love sleeps. They told us strength means not to care, but I've found power in being there for the ones who cracked but didn't fall. The ones the system dropped, we caught them all. In a world that taught me not to see, I found my strength in empathy. Arise when I lift you. We hold the line like we were made to. We break the lie that says just save yourself. In the collapse we become someone else. Arise when I lift you. Even if the flood comes through, let the world drift, fade and twist. I'll be the hand that still resists. You were down when no one stayed, but love was louder than the wave. I didn't fix the pain you hid, I just sat in it, and that's what mercy did. They say we're weak for standing near the broken ones they taught to fear, but I would rather bleed beside than walk alone justified. In a world that builds its throne on pride, I found a kingdom where the hurting rise. I rise when I lift you. We hold the line like we were made to. We break the lie that says just save yourself. Tough in the collapse, we become someone else. I rise when I lift you. Even if the flood comes through, let the world drift, fade and twist. I'll be the hand that still resists. They told us stand tall and stand above, but I saw heaven in the ones who bent in love. The collapse may steal the map and mask, but grace still finds the ask. I rise when I lift you, and I'll never stop pulling through. If we're the last to still believe, then let the world call that naive. I rise when I lift you. Even if they shame the view, let the system drift away, but truth still reaches through the gray.
I carried like my name, the lie that said you're just the same. But through the ash-dimming sky, a whisper cut the static line. I'll do more, not prove you're strong. Just you were mine all along.
I never had to earn the lie. I only had to stop the fight. I stand before the sun, no more disguise, no more weight, no more lies. Not because I won, but because he came and called me worthy by his name. I stand before the sun, arms open wide, no fear left to justify. All I thought I had to be is never what he asked of me.
I walked through fire, I wore the mask, I bent beneath the questions asked. But even then he never turned, he waited while the system burned. I blame myself for staying still, for not resisting louder skill. But he said grace was not a war, you were never loved for more.
The real collapse was in my soul, believing love was just control. I stand before the sun, no more disguise, no more shame, no alibis. I'm not perfect, but I'm known, and I don't have to stand alone. I stand before the sun, he sees it all. My rise, my fear, my fall, and says you were always mine, forgiven outside of time.
You don't have to earn this, you just have to receive it. And before you forgive the world, forgive yourself.
I stand before the sun just as I am. No defense, no final plan. And that's the miracle I missed. I was always loved like this. I stand before the sun. I stand before the I stand before the I stand before the
They called me brave, strong, yeah. Oh. They called me brave. They called me brave, then too much. They called me loyal, then out of touch. They called me pastor, then problematic. Just a voice, now fanatic. They wrote my name in algorithm ink. They crossed it out before I could blink. I was safe until I said the cost. Now my history's gone, my name lost. No username, no ID, no alias left to stand for me. Who am I when they unmake me? When they delete what used to shape me? Not the clicks and not the brand, not the tags that made me stand. I'm still here, I'm still real. Without the mask, don't put up the seal. You see the skin if you erase the file. I still begin.
You can't rename what heaven knows. Can't rewrite what mercy chose. Strip me
system's hand. I'm not your echo, I'm not your clone. I bear a name, told hell can't own. I lost the name they gave to me and found the one that set me free. My alias is ashes now, but he still calls me somehow.
I told myself I was just surviving, that silence was safer than being wrong. But now I'm staring at everything I didn't say, everything I justified. And all I say is me. Just done to me. I built the altar where I couldn't see. We're burning down, I won't defend what I call virtue to the end. Tear the veil, expose the core. I don't want the lie no more. Ashes of myself I breathe. In the guilt I won't delete. If reveals what's true, then let the smoke pull me through. I failed, I hid, I blamed, I ran, I justified my hollow plan. But if the fire leaves only real, then burn it down until I feel. You never turned your face from me, even when I cursed my legacy. You waited not with wrath but grace, a furnace full of sacred space. Ashes of myself remains, a soul not meant to wear these chains. If grace begins where I confess, then start the healing in this mess. I won't pretend, I won't explain. I'll just kneel here in the flame and trust you'll shape what I destroy into something called restored. I thought the fall meant I was done, but ashes catch the rising sun.
They told us peace was in the silence. But silence never felt like peace. They offered comfort in exchange for truth, and we said yes, not loudly, just quietly. We voted for the lie with our boredom, with our scrolling, with our fear of feeling too much. We collapsed, not with screams, but with shrugs. I thought I had to earn my way back, fight harder, prove worth, burn brighter. But the truth was quieter than the collapse. It whispered, "You were mine before the fall. You don't need to win me back. Forgive yourself and come home." What remains is what was always real. Not fear, not performance, just grace. And those still willing to stand.